Welcome to the Trucking Through Life podcast, where truckers Tom and Michelle discuss angels, spirit, and soul subjects in a down-to-earth manner while providing practical applications for the everyday person.
Hello, everybody. It's Michelle.
And I'm Tom.
And welcome to another, let's call it an intriguing episode of Trucking Through Life.
So you call it.
Well, intriguing. Today is a milestone. You know it's a milestone today, Tom?
Yeah, because you picked up a hitchhiker.
I didn't pick up a hitchhiker, but we do have a guest on the line today. But before,
a hitchhiker.
No, it's not a hitchhiker.
It's a hitchhiker. Yes.
Well, you know, with me, a hitchhiker can be like either a human or it could be a ghost. It could be anything. So.
We're going to go there today.
Yeah, we are, because it's our season finale, and I'd like to finish with a spirit story. You like story time?
I like spirits. I like gin. I like whiskey. I like bourbon.
Wrong kind of spirit.
Oh.
Okay.
See, you take the fun out of my life again.
I do. Do you want to tell them where we're at a little bit about today, and then we'll introduce our guest, our hitchhiker, okay?
Today we are in beautiful, sunny Southern California. Again, back to Los Angeles.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. It's where we spend the majority of our time, so. All right.
So who you got on the, wait a minute. I hear the phone ringing.
Oh, ring. Okay, it's our call-in. No. Okay, our guest is here, and this is Erin. Erin lives in a small town. She works in the manufacturing sector, and she's a floral designer. Did I say sector? Sector. Oh, my gosh. I didn't say sector, did I? Oh, my gosh.
She's a sector.
Sexting's illegal. Don't sex and drive.
Say hi, Erin. Hi, Erin.
Yeah, close enough.
Okay. Well, Erin had... Oh, go ahead.
I said, say hi, Erin.
Hello.
Well, okay, right now you can't follow instructions because you're supposed to say hi, Erin. So, Erin, how did you wind up on this show today?
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about that. She had some unusual occurrences in her previous home. So we're going to turn it over to her and let her tell us about those unusual experiences. Okay?
Sounds
good. All yours, Erin. You want to tell us kind of what was happening that led you to come to me and maybe...
Okay. Are you ready for it? We're good? You kind of broke up a little bit.
Oh, well, that's probably because I had to help Buddy up into the bunk.
Oh.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your story, okay?
Okay. So my husband and I had bought this farmhouse, basically, that was built in like 1880-something, you know. Yeah, right. Over 100 years old. You know, it is what it is. It's a farming community and whatnot. Anywho, so I'm in the house, and I spent a lot of time there alone. But I always felt like somebody was standing behind me and following me around constantly.
Mm-hmm.
It was your dog. It was your dog.
He's annoying too, but you know, this was more annoying than anything. It was just like I always felt like somebody was breathing down my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought it was like I just thought it was a man for some reason. I just had a feeling that it was a big, tall guy. I don't know. So. You know, that was always going on. But then when my husband was there, then he wasn't there, or, you know, vice versa, whatever, that kind of stuff. Well, then I became aware of that. Then stuff started happening around the house, you know, like the typical you see on scary movie stuff. But, you know.
Like what? Like
blood coming out of the wall?
No, like doors opening and closing, or you would hear stuff, or some things would move around. Like I have a dog, a little wiener dog, and his toys he always had in a big group on the floor in the living room. And one day his toy just straight up flew across the room into the other room. And I I thought it was a mouse at first, so I jumped up.
A mouse?
I thought
that's a talented mouse.
It wasn't a mouse. It was his toy. So it was stuff started happening like that. The more I recognized it, the more it kept happening at that point. So I thought, well, this is kind of odd. And should I tell him about the Snapchat stuff, I guess? That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think that was very interesting. That was after we kind of made contact with this spirit.
Yeah.
So Erin invited me to her home, and no sooner than I got there, I'm like, okay, I need a pencil and paper, because I could definitely feel that there was actually more than one spirit, but this particular spirit, the things, and I cannot remember from memory exactly what I wrote, because not everything stays with me from my automatic writing, but I do remember that I saw him, and he had like a banker suit on, and some of the information I got from him, first off, I got his name, Bart McSpadden. It was very clear what his name was. He was an immigrant. What did you do? Did you sneeze in the microphone, Tom?
No.
Oh, okay.
I cleared my throat. That might have been.
It was Erin.
Oh, okay.
What kind of guest do we have, anyway?
A normal, everyday person guest. So anyway, we made some contact. I found out he was a banker. He was an immigrant, and he had no family whatsoever, no relatives. He came into the country, worked his way into the banking sector. He wore a very nice three-piece suit. I could see that clearly with the hat. He died in the local region. I had got that he had gone out to the area where Erin's house was located, was not far from a river that had a lot of heavy riverboat traffic on it at that time. So I kind of got the impression maybe he got sick. I'm not sure. I wouldn't really be upfront with telling me how he died, but he was really looking for some acknowledgement for his accomplishments, is what it appeared to be, because he died basically with no one around and no family. He just really wanted someone to acknowledge how hard he worked from being an immigrant to being high on the food chain at this banking industry. And he was coming out here on the riverboat to, like, scout out some new prospects and such. So after we got his name, Erin, I believe you started addressing him by name.
Right.
So why don't you talk about what happened after that point?
Right. I kind of started, I know it sounds odd, but I started talking to him a little bit because I could always tell when he was there and when he wasn't there. You know?
Right.
Feeling when somebody's watching you or somebody's sitting next to you.
Right. And that's part of that subtle energy that I tell people about that is becoming stronger, that if you think or you sense something like this, it's very possible that you're not making it up, because the energy now is becoming much stronger.
Right. So I just started, like, talking to him, you know, like, kind of joking around, like, well, how's your day going today, you know, whatever. Like, hang out, like, watch on TV and that kind of stuff, you know, just joking around a little bit. And I'm sitting on the couch, and my little dog's sitting next to me, and I felt like somebody was just freaking sitting right next to me. It was just really odd. And my dog kept staring over there. So I got my Snapchat out, and I was trying to get the filter to work on my dog's face, which we all know it doesn't work. They only recognize human faces. But I thought, well, hell, I'm bored, you know.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the work on his face, and I panned around to the other side of me, like right next to me, and a face picked up on the Snapchat. The face did. And I kind of sat back for a second. And I was like, whoa, that was weird. So then I tried a different filter, and it popped up again, but in a different spot. And I kind of started talking, and I said, is this Bart? Are you here with me? You know, and it would pop up, and it would stay there for about 10 seconds, and then it would go away. And then, so this was all in the same spot at this point, right next to me on the couch. Mm-hmm. And I asked him, you know, like, I don't even remember what I just asked him some yes or no questions, I guess, and you could kind of see it shaking its head yes or no, kind of like the filter, you know, and then after a couple of questions, it stopped. And I'm like, okay, he wouldn't show back up, no matter what I said. So I went into the kitchen and got something to eat, and I came back, and I said, what, you don't want to hang out with me anymore? Am I not cool enough for you? You know, and it popped up right behind me, around my shoulder, like somebody's peeking around my shoulder. And I thought, oh, okay. Now you're just
So did you tell your husband about this?
No, for the longest time I did.
Yeah, because I think, because if I was your husband, I'd be going, you know what, I'm gonna have you committed.
For a really long time until he had experienced the other spirit that was in the house, actually. And then I said, well, this has all been going on too, so you're not crazy.
Right.
You know, she opened up more to him. He's more of an older soul, you know.
Right, right.
He liked me because he was Irish and I'm Irish, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So you cut out just a little bit. So you said you did not tell your husband at the time, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, and this is kind of interesting as well because Erin actually did some background work looking into Bart. So you want to tell us a little bit about that, Erin?
Yeah, it was really cool, actually. So you gave me his name, and you told me he was an immigrant, you know. So I thought, what? All the immigrants are available online.
I can't hear you, Erin. I don't know where you went.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. I said all the immigration records coming into all the ports that everybody came into when it first all started happening here in America is all available online, all the way from 1820 to now.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You had also given me a time frame, too. You said
yes.
Around like 1860.
Yeah, yeah.
Which was before my house was built, but it's an old carriage road from the town, the river town, that's down the hill from me. It all comes through the woods, and then it's part of the county road now. But
oh, okay.
Yeah, I found that out too. So that was a big traveling area, you know. So I just got on the Ellis Island website actually, and it has a couple other ports on it too. And I don't remember which port he came into. Somewhere around, it was on the East Coast, I know. But I found him. His name pulled up. I found his immigration records. It's all handwritten stuff. It's just like photocopies of it. And it said he came over in 1861. And he was an Irish immigrant. So I found him with his name and everything. He was about, I think that around like 30 to 40 years old, something like that. He was in his 30s when he came over.
Oh, okay.
So I actually found him, so that was really cool.
Well, I'm always interested in validated experiences because my very first experience was validated by records. So it's always interesting if you can get enough.
Yeah.
That's not so. Just because I have this ability to see this, but now more and more people are having this ability, and they're thinking they're making it up, but they're not. So it's just kind of important to open ourselves to that particular aspect without fear, because in the last episode I did talk about fear. So if anyone's fearful that they're around a spirit that might not have such good intentions, there's a trick to getting them gone. So, and I deal with that in the previous episode before this one. So if anyone's interested, they can listen.
Yeah, they had a movie about them. They called Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
No.
Matter of fact, it was so good they had a sequel.
Yeah. But
make this stuff up.
No. Not you, Tom.
Nope.
So that's what's interesting is that sometimes if we get enough information, we can go ahead and validate these experiences. And when I walked into your home, I could tell there was more than one spirit or entity, definitely. It's a very busy area.
Yeah. Well,
I actually sensed there was probably a portal on the property somewhere that, that spirits were maybe traveling back and forth.
Right. It was a very busy area back in the day when people were traveling on horse and with carriage and stuff. I did do some research on that, too.
Uh-huh. Oh,
and
okay,
you do know the town that the road connects to, that, the little town down on the river, there was a bank there for a very, very long time. So it was a very old bank.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the more we can get to kind of validate these points.
Right.
Now, as far as Bart goes, I kind of sensed he just wanted the recognition. He certainly got it now. So he knew he was not living. He knew time had passed and that he could cross over whenever. I think he just wanted the human validity. So I think as he got that, I kind of sensed that he has crossed over when I kind of focus on his energy. But I have a sense he kind of goes back and forth. So, yeah, just a little.
Because, one day I went back there, and it was just an empty house, like completely empty. Didn't feel nothing, Nothing. And then the last time I went back, there was something there, but...
Right. Well, and like I said, I think there were several spirits in that particular vicinity. So
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, maybe they just backed up and followed you where you're at now.
No, that's a whole other thing.
We'll talk about that another day when we have more information.
Yes.
Okay, Erin. Well, I really want to thank you for being our very first podcast guest. Yay!
Wow, I
know. Yeah. Well, I was in meditation, and it said I needed to expand the podcast. So I don't know how good this is going to turn out, technically speaking, everyone, but I was told by my spirit guides it doesn't matter. The word just needs to get out. So I'm like, okay. All right, Erin. Well, thank you very much, and good luck with everything. And let me know if I can be of any assistance in the future, okay?
Yeah, I think we'll be calling. We'll be in touch. Yeah.
And remember,
never
drive faster.
Hold it. Stop. No, I wasn't ready. Okay, ready? Okay. Never
drive faster than...
ready. No, you weren't ready. Okay. This is hard. I'm in the bunk and he's in the front because we're trying to keep feedback away. So trying to time it. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Never. Ready?
Drive. Okay. Never
drive faster than your guardian angel can fly. Close enough, damn it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.